It's another episode of the Crawford Podcasting Network. My good friend Richard Rellford, all Rell Good, a special podcast here at Chrysler Center, the Chrysler Center. Michigan ahead 63-54 over Wisconsin with my fraternity brother KB, Kevin Beyer in his suite where we hang out every year. A rare performance for the Wolverines, Rich. What's coming on?
Well,
what is going down?
Well, I'm a little excited.
You are?
I'm glad to be here. I love this arena. Right now we look really good. I think we have to keep playing good defense. We got a good chance to win this.
Yeah. Wisconsin's coming off 2 losses. Maybe they had a little hangover, but man, I wasn't expecting this, KB. Were you? I mean, we were here for the Rutgers game. I mean, come on.
Well, we held the lead at halftime. You know what that means.
Yeah.
It's not always good for us.
Crazy
But
stat.
they look more focused, and they're playing. Teamwork is better today. And let's see how it ends up.
Every possession counts. As our cameraman Woody, Wood, he pans over there. That's a big shot by T. Will. Terrence Wynn, Michigan leading 65-57. You know, Rich, when we came in here, we were concerned about the crowd being flat, and everything. You were in the buffet for half of the first half.
Well, I love that buffet here in the Chrysler Arena. But, yeah, I think the fans are kind of livening it up a little bit because the guys are playing really well right now. Okay. I think if we keep playing this good defense, the offense will come.
Yep. KB, you've been here. You've had this suite for a number of years. You do not miss a game. I know you're an alumnus and all that stuff, and we go back to our fraternity days, but what brings you back to Chrysler Center?
I love the team. I love the university. Yeah. I haven't missed a game in 3 years.
Wow. That's something to be said, because last year was a non-NC2A team. Whoa, interception here. Michigan, 3:26 to go, 5-point lead. This is when it's critical time. As a player, Rich, what's going through your head? Are you looking up at the scoreboard or not?
No, you're not looking at the scoreboard. What you're trying to do is you're trying to play better defense and no turnovers. Yeah. You definitely don't need turnovers. I think the way the guys are playing now, stay calm and we can win this game.
Yeah. So all the year, you play here, Richard Rellford played here from 1982 to 1986, 2 Big Ten championships his junior and senior year. Your favorite moment at Chrysler Arena was
beating Indiana here by 20 for the Big Ten title in 1986. One of the greatest games we had here and one of my best games here in this arena.
Yeah. And what motivated you? What happened at practice the day before that perhaps motivated you a little bit more? This is an interesting story about Bobby Knight.
I was telling Kev earlier, and listen, when Bobby Knight and them came for shoot-around, Coach Frieda, we were coming out, and he gave Coach Frieda a noogie. When he grabbed him by the head and gave him the fist thing. Yeah. And we were upset because we said, Coach, we think that's disrespectful. Yeah. He was like, oh, no, he was kidding. I said, no, he wasn't. He wasn't kidding because he didn't act like it. After that, we went out and beat him by 20.
Yeah, he's a bully. Yeah, he was a bully. Could you have played for Bobby Knight?
I could have never played for Bobby because, first of all, my friend John Flowers played for him. And after he kicked Isaiah, I don't think I could ever went there.
Yeah. Your favorite moment, KB, at the Chrysler Center, other than the national championship ceremony here?
Yeah, that was great.
Ago that you were here.
Probably last year, Hunter Dickinson buzzer beater, or tied Illinois. I think it was Illinois.
And that Michigan State game last year, that was big. He had the big shot.
Right.
That was right after the shooting. And everybody came out and gave support to Michigan State.
But probably one of the better games is when we blew out Michigan State 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Robinson had
yes. Remember that game, Rich?
I remember that game.
And Michigan had just come off a loss to Ohio State.
Yes.
You remember that? I'm walking out of here like, man, State's going to kick our ass,
We were up by 25 at half.
What is it about basketball? How does Michigan lose to Rutgers, and now they're playing a top 10 team? How does that happen?
I think because you take certain schools for granted. Like back in the day, Wisconsin was everybody's win. You see Wisconsin, it's an automatic win.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that because the Big Ten is so evenly matched. Yeah. That's why I think now that the games are a lot tougher. For us, it was a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, 2 Big Ten titles. That was pretty easy.
Yes.
Although you did lose twice in Michigan State.
We did.
Carlton Valentine will remind you about every time he has on the podcast.
Yes, he does. And Scott Skiles, when I talked to him, he let me know as well how he did these guys here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do.
How did you let Michigan State beat you twice? You know, of all the things I love about you, Richard, how did that happen? That game meant so much to me. How did you let that happen?
Listen, you could have talked to Gary and Antoine Jobert, because I think they pissed off Scott Skiles before the game.
Yeah.
And so that was extra motivation for those guys.
And that's my colleague Jack Ebeling set that up. He got the quotes and brought him back to Scotty Skiles, what Antoine Jobert had to say. Anyway, we're sitting here at 67-60, 3:25 to go. I tell you what, as our cameraman Woody comes out there, this crowd is into it. I mean, you're hearing more noise than you have recently. Well, it's down to 2.314 to go. Jalen Llewellyn, how's he played, Rich?
I think Llewellyn's playing a lot better than I saw him the first time I came to a game. But I like the way that the new kid, number 4, he's from the transfer.
Oh yeah, Namari Burnett.
I like the way he's playing tonight.
Alabama.
And the big kid from Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Kamwa. Now that's a good rebound by Terrace Reed right there. That's a big board. Terrace had a lot of boards in this game.
Terrace has played well.
Yeah, he certainly has, man. He's got 7 or 8 boards right now. So.
But you know I'm a Cheddar fan.
You like Cheddar?
Yes, Cheddar's been playing well tonight. I like Cheddar.
Okay. So, KB. So, I mean, let's be real. We're frustrated with the program. I mean, what do you think should happen next year? Should Ward take a complete reevaluation of the program? Where are you at?
I think we're to that point. And
take a
I
look
never
at
like to give up. But
Yeah. And a lot of it depends how this game goes and the rest of the season.
Well, we've got 8 more games left, and we'll see how it goes. But they need to reevaluate.
Okay, so we got 2:42 to go. Wisconsin is in possession. If our cameraman Woody could pan to the crowd for a second here and show what's happening. Chucky Hepburn, that dude.
Oh, shit.
Great. Yes. This is a big possession right here. That might have been.
I agree with you, Kev. I think that might have been the play of the game.
And the crowd's yelling the old "Let's go Blue." My God. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, you know what? Not a bad foul. Not a bad foul.
2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. Richard Rellford, by the way, is probably the most positive person I've ever met in my life. It's not even, it's not even realistic. I mean, you just want to just strangle him. Would you get mad at something?
Motivation.
I'm so used to winning, so I think that's my habit.
Yeah, I'm not quite like that. My wife will tell people that. Anyway, so at the line, we have Taylor Wall shooting 1 and 1. Oh, he misses it. Oh, no. That goes back into that box out. This is what drives me crazy. This is what we're talking about, Rich.
But Tom, I agree. I think the boxing out is a problem for us, and we have to get the rebound. No second shots for these guys.
Anyway, so T. Will with the ball. Kamwa going to want to. That's this ISO stuff. This is what drives me crazy. I mean, this is what we're talking about. Nothing good happens in that situation.
Nobody's moving.
Nobody's moving.
Isolation ball.
Whoa! Oh, good block by Kamwa.
That's how you make up for it.
Yep.
You didn't give up.
Okay, $1:22 to go. 67-64.
Well,
Anyway.
gotta pull it out. If we pull this one out, it's a big win for us at home.
What does a win mean for the rest of the year, though? I mean, how do you start stacking wins?
This is win. You stack now. If you make the NIT, it's great. But if
They're not going to make I don't think they'll make the NIT. We're under 500. They'd have to. You know what they'd have to do to get in postseason play? Well, I mean, they could if they start winning some games, but they got to get about 500. But they'd have to go to the NCAA tournament, win 5 games to get into the Big Ten tournament, or to get the NCAA. Yeah, they have to win a Big Ten championship in Minneapolis. So this is about pride. Keep in mind, folks. Last year, or Minnesota Gophers this year under Ben Johnson, they've won 6 Big Ten games. They've turned it around. They beat Michigan State. Well, I was rolling tears last night about that one, weren't you? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Anyway, so now they've won 6 games. They won just 2 games last year. So you can turn 2 games in the Big Ten. You can turn it around.
You can easily turn it around. All you got to do is get your guys to buy in. If your guys buy in, you're good.
This is what Juwan talked about, buy-in. Now, he didn't point the finger at himself in that press conference, and I made a point about that. And you know, I don't know if he has in the past, but I think it goes both ways. I mean, coaches got to look at themselves as well, because you're the motivator. It's your classroom. Your classroom, and you're responsible for everybody in the classroom learning to some degree.
No. I totally agree, Tom. All the blame doesn't go on the players. Some of the blame goes to the coaches. You have to find a way to motivate these kids because they're looking up to you. If you can motivate them, they'll buy in. I think Juwan not being here for a little while with the heart surgery, that kind of hurt them a little bit.
Oh, and there's no doubt about it. It's a unique situation. And anyway, we got Doug McDaniel on a runner. Bucket, 1:13 to go. Michigan up 69-64. Wow, this could happen, folks. The Wolverines could snap a 5-game losing skid potentially here. This would be a bad loss for Wisconsin, trying to win, you know, hang in the race in the Big Ten. So is this Purdue just better than everybody else?
Yes, I do. I think Purdue is better than everybody else because I think Edey is a top draft pick. And at 7'3", he's unstoppable. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, but they say the game has changed to the outside, to the three-point. I got Edey. Nothing changing. I'm going to him.
Klesmet from Wisconsin hits his first of the 1-1, so it's 69-65. Buck 5 to go. KB, how confident do you feel right now?
I'm feeling better.
I want you to give me, I know you are, but I want you to give me a percentage chance as Michigan's going to win this game. As we stand 105, Michigan's up by 3. 1 possession game with a Buck 5 to go. Give me a percentage.
I'm going 75% chance.
75% chance of winning.
I'm with Kev on that. I got a 75%.
I don't know, guys. 1 minute, we're at 57 seconds to go here at
Possession makes it.
And here we go. God forbid we go into overtime.
This is the game right here. This is the game shot.
And Greg Gard, who looks like he works for the Auto Owners Insurance Company, is taking a timeout. We appreciate our cameraman Woody holding the camera steady here. We're going to try to take you down the stretch. We got 43 game seconds to go. Again, 69-66. Michigan, 7 wins on the season. 2 wins in Big Ten play. That's inexcusable. Now, the fact that, you know, KB, season ticket holder for football, went to all the games, went to the Rose Bowl, went to the national championship game. You get all that, you come back here, it's kind of like frosting on the cake, right? Anyway, I mean, nothing could get you down, right?
Know what? It's hard to.
What was that experience like? What was that experience like to go both to the Rose Bowl and the national championship game down in Houston?
Once in a lifetime.
Okay. Did your eyes water? Did they cry? Did you cry a little bit? Just a little bit? Oh, I love that, man.
Tears of joy.
So I'm not the only softie in the world right now then. No, when it comes to Michigan. Hey, Michigan's a very emotional thing for all of us. Yeah. Okay, Rich, what are you going to do defensively here?
Right now, what we're trying to do.
You take away the 3, or what do you do?
You take away the 3. You give them a 2. If they take a 2, we're okay with that. We take away the 3 because that'll tie the game up. Then we got a last-second shot coming.
We're going to have to get ball handlers on. They're going to have to knock down free throws.
Yeah, we got his ball handlers.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to have Woody pen this last 43 seconds, and we'll take you through the stretch here. Michigan up 69-66. No, there's Chucky with the ball. There's your leader. The guy's been there forever. No good. And T-Will, Terrence Williams, probably the leader on this team, in my opinion. So now they're going to have to foul. And Doug McDaniel, I'm not trying to jinx him here, pretty good free throw shooter. Doug McDaniel, interesting story.
Bonus too.
Yeah, interesting story here. He's inactive, and he's ineligible on the road. He's academic, skip class, whatever. He's at home. That's weird, don't you think? It's a weird
It's
kind of.
an unusual way to do a suspension.
Oh my God! And he just missed the front end. A 2-shot foul, thankfully. All he needs is one. If he hits one, it's going to put a lot of pressure on. It's a 2-possession game. Come on, Dougie, get it in there. Doug McDaniel, out of the DMV, Washington, D.C. area. Wisconsin down by 70-66, 16 seconds to go. Foul with 11-2. Last thing you want to do is foul.
So, you know what? But it's okay. You know what? I think now they have the ball. We're up 4.
Well, they're shooting free throws now.
Right.
Are they in the bonus or not? Or they're in 1-1.
They're in 1-1. Win, lose, or draw, we still got the ball and we're up.
Yeah, they hit their free throws. And that front end for Doug would have been nice.
Nice. You know what? But I think McDaniels, he's a good free throw shooter. This is big for us right now, guys.
Well, we got to handle the basketball.
Right, they're gonna foul us.
Okay, here you go. So you got to get the ball's got to go to your ball handlers who can shoot free throws, and that's Doug McDaniel, and he's quick enough. Oh,
Don't timeout.
how many timeouts they got left? That was Michigan's last timeout. They're down to 0 in the TOs right now. Wisconsin has 1. Again, Michigan up 70-68. Somewhat of an upset here. The Badgers were favored by 7.5, and we were in the parking lot thinking, wow, that was a bet, man. I would have gone with Wisconsin, giving away the 7.5.
I'm surprised that they didn't get more than that.
Yeah. But Michigan was favored by 3.5 to beat Rutgers, and they got beat by 10.
Well, apparently somebody up there, the basketball gods, might be just looking down on us today. Because this would be a big win for us, man.
Be huge. You want to be able to compete. I want this team to be able to compete against Michigan State a week from Saturday night. Right?
Absolutely.
Because I'm cringing the fact there's going to be a lot of Sparty fans in here.
I'll be back for the Michigan State game.
All right, Ritz. Hey, our good buddy Sean Higgins, want to give him a shout out. He's coming into town from Vegas because it's going to be a reunion of the 1989 national champions, Michigan Wolverines. Are going to be here at the Chrysler Center. And Glenn Wright, your buddy Glenn Rice, is going to be here.
Yes. I talked to Glenn a week ago.
All right. And he owes all his skill set to you.
He'll tell you.
That's what he tells you.
He'll tell
That's what he told me.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, there's Doug McDaniel. Oh. Okay, we're down to 9.9. Doug McDaniel can put it away. Don't you think? 4-point lead, JB. Put it away.
Take it.
The crowd is on their feet, at least in the lower bowl. The Maze Rage area. Doug McDaniel at the line. Double bonus. Let's see what happens. Nails it. Okay, at least they can't lose in regulation, KB.
We shouldn't be losing no games at home in Chrysler Arena.
That's what Richard Rellford says. You didn't lose very many of them, did you? Just that one in Michigan State.
Just that one in Michigan State. We lost 2 that year?
Yeah, Michigan State.
Let him go.
There it is, baby. Wolverines win. Michigan 72, Wisconsin 68. What a fun podcast here on All Rell Good. A unique one over here. This man is really happy, as is this man, KB.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, good job for Richard Rellford, Kevin Beyer, Tom Crawford here. All Rell Good here on the Crawford Podcasting Network.